It's a brand new world in college sports with name, image, and likeness deals for players, sometimes worth well into six figures. I had a chance this week to speak with Miami attorney and businessman John Ruiz about how he has become the face of NIL.
I'm not a guy that stays quiet. And the reason why I don't stay quiet, because I know I'm doing the right thing.
He is the man who has devised an NIL plan unlike any other. John Ruiz has committed a lot of money, millions of dollars, to a lot of players, over 100, and most of them Hurricanes. He's also grabbed maybe even more critics along the way. How did you become this person who's now kind of the king of the NIL?
And I saw the college landscape of athletes now being able to make money as something new. And I've always said to myself that he who hits first hits twice. And I knew that if I hit the ground running quicker than anybody else, doing it the right way, with a rate of return being front and center, that it was a pay for work and not a pay for play, and I had transparency, it was a perfect trifecta.
That trifecta is business, his own, which is mostly Life Wallet, an app that gives patients health info at their fingertips. Then it's the athletes themselves, many getting that money and now being part of ads for the company.
Hi, my name is Tyrese Chambers. I'm here for my appointment.
And then the final benefit is to the schools. Are these kids getting paid to go to specific schools? They're getting paid to endorse your product? How do you kind of facilitate that to make sure it's not like, hey, I'm John Ruiz, I'm going out to get this kid, pay him money so that he comes to the University of Miami?
So that's a great question, Will, and I think it's what everybody worries about. But here's the reason why people worry about it. Because people are so entrenched in their mind that there can't be a correct way of doing it where you're really following the rules and laws and really doing what it's supposed to do. So basically the NCAA rules state as follows. You cannot entice a kid to go to a school by paying money to them.
So you can't work hand in hand with the universities prior to this?
The university is not involved other than giving them the contract that you enter into with the NIL player. They review it with their compliance department, which we do with all of ours. And they'll say, okay, this meets the requirements from a compliance point of view. If you speak to the University of Miami and you interview their compliance, they're going to tell you, this guy is like over the top, dotting I's and crossing T's.
But those steps were recently looked into by the NCAA, which opened some eyes nationally. Is there a concern that the NCAA may be saying, hey, there's something off here, this needs to change?
So I voluntarily went because I wanted to explain what we do, because I think it's important for them to understand that. They were extremely cordial, extremely professional. Without getting into specifics, they were very complimentary of understanding of what I'm doing for kids. But at the same time, they have a job to do.
What was it that the NCAA wanted to speak with you? Because I've seen every term used.
From my vantage point, it was simply informational. I never felt that it was accusatorial. I never felt that they were pressuring me. I never felt that they did anything other than what I would have expected them.
He believes in his product and the chance that student athletes now have to make money and be part of the community. As for his critics, he's not going to back down. Why do you engage in
because I think that society cannot continue to travel under the premise that it's okay for people to say the wrong things, because a lot of people believe it. When I talk with facts and I talk with law. I don't talk with opinions. But when you give an opinion predicated on the wrong facts or the wrong law, you're hurting people. The people that really, really know me know what I'm about. And the people that don't know me, they just criticize.
It was an interesting conversation. It's my first time I actually met him and had a conversation about this. And look, it's an important topic. It's a topic that most aren't well versed on. And to his credit, he is an attorney with numerous experience. He said his job is to look through paperwork and find what is right, what is wrong, and find ways to make sure that the law isn't broken. So he has that kind of head start in this. I understand why people may find him, okay, he's brash, he doesn't mind talking about it and tell you specifics, but a lot of that he's done for transparency. And in his view, it's really about the players and the relationships. And yeah, they're going to make money, but we're doing everything the right way, is what he's saying. And I will say this, David, I mean, the University of Miami, they don't want to get themselves in a mess. And if they felt that John Ruiz was creating a mess, they wouldn't want anything to do with him, no matter how much money he gave them, how much money he gave those players, how many deals were made. I do think that there's a lot of respect there between the university, the athletic department, and him, knowing he's going to do his best to make sure to avoid any issues.
Look, the rules are a complex web of complications.
Oh, 100%.
And John Ruiz appears smart enough to know that the University of Miami is going to have extra scrutiny on them, as they always have.
Always. It's part of the
And so, as an attorney who's very careful with his language and careful with his actions, you would assume that he would act accordingly. We'll see. This is all brand new to him.
Yeah.
It's new to us. It's new to the school.
Well, I think he's got a jump start. I almost think he's got a jump start at the NCAA because he was so
absolutely.
prepared for
Yeah.
it. It's almost like the NCAA is playing catch up on what to do. And there may be changes.
Hey,
he
Will,
did tell me that it needs to be regulated better. He did say that because there are a lot of ugly stories out there.
The NCAA has been playing catch up for the last 50
I mean,
years.
they are. And look, there have been a
They're
lot of
finally
bad things
paying
going on in
players.
the NCAA. It's about time. The bottom line is kids are getting the money they deserve, and they're getting the opportunities
And the
they
University
deserve.
of Miami is now competing at a high level.
And that makes
bringing
people
in
angry.
recruits.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.